Welcome to GDs, and this is Absentia Season 2. Season 2 starts with Emily looking for other children from the orphanage, thinking one of them might be involved with Logan, as she is still not sure about her vision. And she is also dating Gibbs, and he is helping her out. On the other hand, we see Flynn visiting a therapist because of all the trauma he went through, and Jack is also getting back on his feet and is working as an EMT. Meanwhile, a gas attack takes place in a federal building, causing many to suffocate, while many others will die in the coming days because of it. Alice is stuck in a subway and she is helping out a stranger, and Nick calls Emily to get Flynn as both of them won't be able to get him, and Flynn has his first sleepover. Alice accompanies the stranger to the hospital where she meets Jack, and he tells her to join back as a therapist as people will be needing a lot more of it. Gibbs is able to trace a number which he and Emily found and is registered to a trailer, and as they go looking for it, Emily discovers that it belongs to her mother and she has been keeping a track of her. Emily bails her out and takes her home and finds that she feels paranoid and thinks that someone is following her and is scared for her life. As Emily tries to investigate her claim, she finds no merit to them. Annoyed and angry, she kicks her out. But later that night, she is killed. And as Emily discovers her mother's death, she learns that it is a third killing with the same ammo. While we see Flynn getting aggressive and he attacks a boy, and the doctor asks all three of his parents to visit and counsels them. On the other hand, to help out with the gas attack investigation, Fiona, a profiler, joins the team. And as Nick investigates, he finds a clue, and with help of Fiona, they are able to narrow down the number of suspects. While Nick is busy with the investigation, Jack and Alice get closer at work. Emily, in order to investigate her mother's murder, joins back at the FBI, and as she starts to investigate, they have one more victim, and this time it's a congressman killed with the same ammo. That night, in a state of stress, Emily lashes out at Gibbs, nearly killing him, and they break up. Within 24 hours of Congressman's death, a new body is recovered, which is having the same ammo of killing, but this time the attacker left behind his DNA. Meanwhile, Nick and Fiona are able to locate the suspect they think of carrying out the gas attack, but as they visit his house, he has already left. But they are able to locate him because of his girlfriend and successfully apprehend him. Nick is responsible for transporting him to the prison, but on their way, he is attacked and killed with the same ammo of other killings. And with the help of the DNA, they discover it is Rex Wolf, an assassin for hire. And as the FBI look for him, they find he has fled the country, but they decide to go after him in a covert op. Emily is also able to find connection between the victims and Catalyst Diagnostic, and before leaving, asks Gibbs to look into it. FBI covers up Tyler's murder and comes out with a story that while he tried to flee, Nick took him out, but Nick is troubled with this lie. Meanwhile, Alice, losing her pregnancy and knowing that she might never have a child, is also upset, and since she is not able to share her emotional baggage with Nick, she gets closer to Jack and they make out. After a lot of doing, Emily is finally able to trace Rex, but he is not willing to talk and he blows himself up in a minefield. Back in Boston, Gibbs was looking into Catalyst Diagnostic and he was able to find a connection, but he was caught in the process and was suspended from his job. And as Emily returns, she finds Gibbs passed away in his car, and when she learns Gibbs looked into Catalyst Diagnostic, she thinks Gibbs was murdered. And as she looks into it, she discovers the name Quill written by Gibbs. Emily, trusting her partner, tells him everything, and as they investigate further, they find that every subject before being murdered had an aggressive outbreak. Also, they are able to discover that Quill was an experimental program, and they are able to trace a professor involved with it. Emily visits the professor, and he tells her that Quill was an experimental program in which they wanted to study people's response to stress and trauma. But in the early animal testing, they find that the serum made the subject very aggressive, even towards its own kind, and thus the project was scrapped. Emily learns that Dr. Shen was also involved for some time with this project, and she sees a photograph where she also identifies Flynn's doctor. And as she leaves, she has visions of the doctor experimenting on her while she was captured. Emily calls Nick and tells him not to take Flynn to the doctor. As they dig deeper into the doctor, they were able to find that all the victims were the patients of the doctor, and he also treated Rex. They were further able to discover that the doctor even had access to their medical records via Catalyst Diagnostic, and they finally decide to bring the doctor in for questioning. While they interrogate the doctor, Nick goes through his office but finds nothing as it has been cleared, while Emily goes to his house. FBI, having nothing concrete to hold him, lets him go, and as he returns home, Emily ties him up and interrogates him. Fearing for his life, the doctor spills the bean. He tells Emily that the project was scrapped as the human blood could not endure the serum, but one day he received a blood sample in a parcel having special properties, and those were perfect for the experiment, and they kept coming. And finally, he was offered to meet the subject, and it turned out it was Emily herself while she was held captive, and that it is indeed her blood which became the base for carrying out the test. But since his test subject failed, he had to cover his tracks for the work to continue, and thus he ordered Rex to kill the subjects. He also admitted to killing Gibbs since he was getting too close. Nick also reaches his home and they hear an explosion outside, and as they go to check it out, there is a big blast, and when they return in, the doctor has been murdered. When FBI goes through doctor's record, they find an encrypted server being set up by him. As they visit the place, there are thousands of encrypted messages on his server, and it will take some time to break into it. Meanwhile, Nick tells Alice about the cover-up done by the FBI, while Alice shares her pregnancy details with Nick, and in order to get closer to each other, they decide to go for a hike. At the FBI, Fiona takes charge of the Boston field office, and they are able to break into Doctor's server. Emily informs Nick about the same, and Alice is listening to this conversation. Midway in the trek, Alice is not feeling well and decides to head back and asks Nick and Flynn to carry on, while Emily, going through the doctor's record, finds that Flynn's medical report was shared with the doctor for past several years, and there are only two people who will be able to do that, and those were Alice and Nick. Emily was also able to trace Alice's presence at the doctor's house when he was killed, and as she informs this to Nick, he tells her that she is not with him. Emily is able to trace Alice, and when she confronts her, Alice tells her that the doctor was her professor and he asked her to help him in a project where he wanted to reduce stress, and she got involved with Nick and Flynn after she was away, and she never knew that Emily was alive, and she agreed to all the blood work thinking it is helping Flynn, and she never knew of any of the experiment, though she started seeing Nick and Flynn as a job, but later fell for him, and now she loves them and would never hurt them. Emily, believing her, decides to let her go, telling her that she will never be able to see them again. Season 2 ends with Fiona shooting Alice.